Ladies and gentlemen, my dear viewers and listeners, on Tuesday 24th May the year 2022, the recent incident that occurred and is still fresh in our mental cabinets, an 18-year-old local man called Salvador Ramos walked in Robb Elementary School in the small city of Uvalde, South Texas. The young man had just turned 18 and purchased a military-style assault rifle, walked into the elementary school and decided that these people have no right to continue living, and opened fire on innocent people in that elementary school. And it's unfortunate that 21 people lost their lives. Among them were 19 children and 2 teachers. So sad. Our topic today will slightly focus on the aftermath that befell one of the victims, Arma Gashas, one of the teachers in the elementary school, who was shot and lost her life. Her family was hit by another tragedy. Her husband lost his life, and it was said that he died from grief, which led to an apparent heart condition. The family was now dealing with a double tragedy. It was later concluded that the man died of a broken heart syndrome, which is a type of cardiomyopathy called Takotsubo's cardiomyopathy, or some people stress cardiomyopathy may ring a bell. This condition develops in response to intense emotional or physical experience. So the heart's main pumping chamber changes shape, affecting the ability of the heart to pump blood effectively. The heart chamber looks similar to a Takotsubo pot, which is a Japanese fishing pot used to catch octopus. The main symptoms are sudden chest pain, shortness of breath or fainting, usually after feeling stressed. The symptoms may be similar to a heart attack, so if you experience such symptoms, seek immediate help by calling the emergency number.
911, what's your
Speak to
emergency?
your doctor, as they are the best people to help you. It's also important to manage your physical and emotional stress, which may be the trigger of the condition. The good news is that the condition has good prognosis and most people recover within a short period of time. A new study explains heartache and heartbreak are up to terms for the intense grief caused by losing a spouse. Such a loss can lead to major health problems and even death, says the study. When faced with a stressful situation, a grieving spouse has a significant increase in body inflammation. Inflammation is associated with a range of health issues, including serious heart troubles and premature death. Ryan Lynn Brown, one of the co-authors of the study, said that he was extremely motivated to publish this work because it gives insight into how severe grief encourages inflammation to accumulate in the body and put down widows and widowers at risk of cardiovascular disease. Because we face many stressful events each day as human beings, this type of response to stress in the lab means that this same process is likely happening repeatedly through each day or week of widows and widowers experiencing more severe grief symptoms. Brown added, who is a PhD graduate in the Department of Psychological Sciences. For the study, the research team analyzed how stress affected levels of inflammatory biomarkers in the blood of 111 adults aged 35 to 84 who had lost a spouse in the past year. They were exposed to stressful events. Examples included a simulated job interview with rapid-fire questioning and an assessment of a complicated math task. Blood samples were collected at the start of the study and again 45 minutes and 2 hours after the stressful event. On average, participants who reported intense grief after the loss of their spouse, including deep sorrow, numbness, yearning, and loss of focus, had a 19% greater increase in inflammatory biomarkers after the stressful situations compared to those who reported less severe grief. The findings add to the understanding of the process that underlie the widowhood effect and provide more evidence that grief directly affects the inflammatory stress response. This is according to study co-author Chris Fagundes, an associate professor in the Department of Psychological Science. In addition, the brain is connected to our gut, and the gut microbes interplay the brain-gut axis. They play an important role in absorbing some nutrients. They play a role in disease process, and also 90% of our serotonin, which is the hormone of happiness or feel-good hormone, is manufactured in your gut. So many things could go wrong if they are affected, but we'll look into this later. That is it for now.